Bryant to the rim. Whoa.
It's about what? Doing it big or going home. I'm focused on my plan. In my mind in the zone. I want to be one of the greatest that ever made it. One of the best that did it. Coming with it. Understand this is all I think about. All I ever want to do. All I ever work for. So ain't no giving up. And up to the limit. Just to win it is a must. Now you see what it takes to be on top. Don't stop. Now you see what it takes to be on top. Don't stop.
Bryant for the win. He is a remarkable talent. I mean, he got into one of those zones, and I've said it many times. It's all right for regular players to get in a zone, but when you're the best player and you get in a zone, that shouldn't be fair. And it wasn't fair.
Access, watch the progress, can't be done, man, I'm the champion.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Worldwide Laker Talk Live. We're going to do a quick pregame show today. We got the Warriors versus the Lakers. Of course, there's playoff implications with every game that we having right now, but we getting to the wire. We getting towards the end of the season. I think we got about 6 or 7 games left. The Warriors have been playing great ball since the trade deadline. They've been coming up. They were like in 10th, 11th place after the trade deadline. Now they're like moving up towards like the 6th, 7th place, possibly getting themselves out of the play-in. But today is going to be a very important game because a win against the Warriors today will drop them one more behind us in the standings, and we'll go up one more. And also, some of you know, the Denver Nuggets lost yesterday, so that gave us a tie with them. So if we win today, we'll be able to go up on the Nuggets. So we really gonna need this game. I want to get y'all thoughts on, do y'all think, your predictions? Do you think the Lakers will win? How do you think it'll be a blowout? Do you think it'll be a close game? I think the Lakers are going to win in a close one because, like I said, the Warriors, first of all, they always just play so well against the Lakers. Steph Curry, something about when Steph played the Lakers that he just comes alive. We're on a 2-game winning streak. Hopefully we can move it up to 3. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. Let me see who y'all think gonna win. Who you think gonna be the MVP of the game? I'm looking for Luka to have a breakout game. He's been having some good games, but I'm looking for him to have like a breakout game today. One of those signature games. We need to see Luka have a signature game today. And I'm looking forward. Let's look at the standings and see what's going on in the standings real quick so we can understand the implications, of this game, because there are playoff implications. And I like that it's so tight in the Western Conference, because that means every game's going to matter till the end, and we're going to have to pay attention to all these games. We're going to play all these games. Like it's all going to matter. So number one, we already said we know we're not catching them. We got the Thunder. They 64-12, so they like 10 games ahead of everybody, or even more. But the Rockets, they are still steady holding. I thought the Rockets was going to slip a little bit since our game against them, but they haven't. They're 8-2 in the last 10 games, and the Rockets are 50-27. So it looks like they're going to hold in that second spot. I don't think we're going to catch them unless we win out and they lose a few games, but that's not a likely scenario. Now, we are sitting at 3rd right now in the standings, which is good. And I mean, if the playoffs started today, we will be playing the Timberwolves, and that'll be a tough outing because the Timberwolves, even though they're in the 6th place, Timberwolves ain't no joke. Them young boys be playing, and they got some good defense. So the Nuggets are under us. So we are 46-29, and the Nuggets are at 47-30. And they last 10 games, they 4-6, and they've been sitting people. So I won't say it looked like they just losing going into the playoffs, but I think it's a bad time to lose momentum, by sitting your stars a lot. Like I said, the Lakers 46-29, so we 6-4 in the last 10 games, and they 4-6 in the last 10 games. The Warriors are 7-3 in the last 10 games, and like I said, the Warriors have been gaining momentum. The Warriors are at 44-31, so we need this game just to keep them at bay as well. We don't want them catching up on us because they got enough time to catch up in these last 6 or 7 games. So this is going to be a game that we really need to help us go up one more on the Nuggets and help us keep the Warriors at bay, keep the Warriors down in that 5th spot. Now, the Timberwolves, those that's going to be, if we get them in the first round, it's going to be interesting. But the Timberwolves and the Clippers are damn near tied. So there is a scenario where we play the Clippers in the first round. Now, that is something that I will be looking forward to. I will hope that we could get the Clippers in the very first round. I think that would be awesome if we could get them. And then, and after the Clippers, who we have in the so the play-in is going to be look like the Clippers, the Grizzlies, the Mavericks, and the Kings, maybe the Suns. But as it stands right now, Clippers, Grizzlies, Mavs, Kings are going to be on a bubble for that play-in spot. And like I said, if we don't have a disastrous collapse towards the end of the season, it looks like we will be out of the play-in for the first time in a very long time. I wish I had a sound effect or something to play for that, because that makes me very happy, because for the last few years, even though we've been getting into the playoffs, it's been a mad dash at the end of the season. We've been at the end of the season having a mad dash where everybody's playing their hardest. We like playing some of our best basketball towards the end, but the problem is you do all that and you ain't got no legs left. Ain't nobody ready to play. Like we saw what happened to LeBron by the time we got to the Western Conference Finals against the Denver Nuggets. He was all beat up. He was hurt. Just didn't have nothing left in the tank. The whole team looked like they was just done when we went to the Western Conference Finals. And then the last season, same thing. We won all of those games. We were winning at least up by 20 in all 4 of the games we got swept. We were up by 20 and couldn't close any of those games. And that's something that I think will be different this season with us, because why? We have a closer. We have Luka. Luka Magic is going to be a real closer for us, right? So I think that's something that was missing. I think the last time, like I spoke about on the last show, I think the last time that Anthony Davis was closing was when we were in the bubble. Like Anthony Davis was really playing like a closer, and I'd be damned, he was playing like a closer in Dallas last night. I don't know why them people acting like they ain't got them a hog. He was balling in Dallas last night, and he balled in his very first game with Dallas. It looks like they are going to make him the number 1 option and fully give him the keys to the bus, so we get to see what Anthony Davis gets to do. So, good luck to Anthony Davis, man. He was a great Laker for us. I got no beef and no qualms with him. I hope to continue to see him do well. Now, let's get into some of these standings in these last games and see what the ending of the season could look like for us and the people behind us. So Lakers, today we have Golden State. I hope we win. I think that's a win. We had a Pelicans tomorrow on the second night of a back-to-back, but I still think we can get the Pelicans. So we got the Warriors and the Pelicans. Let's count those as 2 W's. We got the Thunder. I might count that as an L because they're playing great basketball, but we got 2 games with the Thunder. So I'll say we'll split those. So that's 1, 2, 3 games, 3-1 so far. Mavericks will be in Dallas. Ooh, that'll be a good one because, AD is going to want his revenge and Luka is going to want his revenge. So when we get to Dallas, I'm going to say we're going to take that game because I think Luka going to go crazy in Dallas. So that will put us at 1, 2, 3, 4-1. Rockets, I said we might drop that one 4-2. And in our last game, the Trailblazers. So I say if we go 5-3 in our last games, we can win 51 games. 51 games. And I was predicting that we could win 50. So I said we can get 51 games, right? Now the Nuggets, let's see what their schedule is like going into the end. Because whatever, the Nuggets, if they got an easier, tough schedule, that'll, matter to what happens with us because we so close. Shout out to Big E. Thanks for tuning in to Worldwide Laker Talk. That's right. Let everybody know what's up. Let everybody know what's going on with the show, man. Like I said, this is just a little quick pregame show. Let everybody know, we're going to be watching the Lakers and the Warriors tonight, see what's going on. Figure out what spot I want to go watch the game at. I want to go watch the game somewhere, with some folks. If y'all got some cool LA Laker bars in LA too, please put them in the comments so people can know. Because, sometimes I don't like to watch the game at home. Sometimes I like to go find a bar, watch the game, have some food, chill out. You know what I mean? So, all right. So let's look at the Nuggets. Let's look at their schedule going forward. So they just lost to the Spurs last night. and then lost to the Timberwolves in a crazy double overtime game Tuesday night. So those two drops have been big for us, but they got the Warriors tomorrow as well. So they getting the Warriors on the second night of the back-to-back. So I'm thinking the Nuggets can get them unless they, we don't know if they resting everybody as well. Then they have the Pacers on Sunday. They have the Kings, the Grizzlies, and the Rockets. So basically, they got all teams in the playoff hunt that's going to need games. So I don't see anybody taking it easy on them. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 5 games left. If they go like 2 and 3, that would be great for us. But even if they go 3 and 2 and we win a couple more games, I think we got a shot to hold them at bay. But like I said, the Warriors have been playing great basketball, man. So we really need to watch out for them tonight. It's not going to be an easy win. Jimmy Butler, I don't know what happened. He came and revitalized them. You know what I mean? So let's see who the Warriors got for the rest of the season. All right. Let's see who the Warriors got. So the Warriors have, and they, like I said, they beat the Grizzlies the other night by 9. They beat the Warriors, beat the brakes off the Warriors 148-106, beat the Pelicans 111-95. They lost to the Heat, lost to the Hawks, lost to the Raptors. They had like a little losing streak, a 3-game losing streak. But before that, again, it was like a 4 or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They had 9, like a 10 game win streak before that. They played some really, really good ball. Like I said, they weren't even in the play-in at the point of the trade deadline. But since the trade deadline, they've been playing like gangbusters. So let's see who they got today. They have the Lakers. Eric Bible, what's going on, fam? This is my guy E Bible. Been my fam since literally elementary school. Shit, what, 3rd grade, something like that? 3rd, 4th grade, dude. It's my guy, man. He one of the people, actually, man. He one of the people who got me into music. We used to be like in the bathrooms with that echo at Century Park Elementary School rapping. He's one of the people who helped get me into rap, was teaching me how to rap and all that. Like, he's a dope dude since elementary. He was already had a crazy flow when he was in elementary school, or at least we thought we did. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, that's my guy. Shout out to E Bible, and he's a big Laker fan. So thanks for watching the show, man. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning in, watching the show, and supporting. Always good to see family, when I'm doing the podcast. So yeah, the Warriors got the Lakers today. I think we can get them. The Warriors got the Nuggets. Now, this is crazy because I feel like tomorrow's a win-win situation. It'll either drop the Warriors more or it'll drop the Nuggets more. But hey, absolutely, bro. Let's link. I'm with it. I think I want the Nuggets to lose to the Nuggets tomorrow. I mean, the Nuggets to lose to the Warriors tomorrow. Because I want them to drop more and more to keep us in that spot. Like, it behooves us for the Nuggets to lose more than the Warriors right now at this moment. Then they got the Rockets. Then they got the Suns. That should be an easy win. Spurs, another easy win. Trailblazers, easy win. And the Clippers, that might be tough. So they got the Warriors can cruise after the Nuggets and the Rockets game. They kind of get to cruise 1, 2, 3 games before the very last game. So they don't have a very hard schedule ahead. So make sure, we got to keep an eye on Golden State to see what they're going to be doing. Because those guys, like I said, they've been playing like gangbusters. And now they got like a soft schedule going towards the end. They have a softer schedule than us even going towards the end. Let's see what the Timberwolves are looking like. Because the Timberwolves, so the Warriors are 44-31 and the Timberwolves are 44-32. So they're basically tied as well. Like, the Warriors are up a game in the, in the losing column. But I don't know who has a tiebreaker and on all that good stuff. And right now, the Timberwolves are up on Brooklyn 49-37. So let's see what the Timberwolves, the last bit of their games, are looking like. So they got the Nets today. I feel like they're going to beat the Nets. They got the Sixers on Saturday. I feel like they'll beat the Sixers. They got the Bucks. They might lose that one. The Grizzlies, I feel like they'll take that one. The Nets, they'll take that one again. And the Jazz, so they got a super soft schedule. So watch out for them. They got a crazy soft schedule. They got Nets, Sixers, Bucks, Grizzlies, Timberwolves. Nets and Jazz again. So they got 2 more games with the Nets. and the game with the Jazz and the Grizzlies. I think the only tough game they have, and that depends on if the Bucks are like resting their guys, the only tough game they have left would be the Bucks. So wow, watch out for the Timberwolves. I think the Western Conference standings are literally gonna go until the last game. And the Clippers are right behind them. Like the Clippers, Timberwolves, and Warriors are basically tied, and the Grizzlies, all at 44 and 32. Warriors are the only ones who are 44 and 31, but Timberwolves, Clippers, Grizzlies are 44 and 32. So let's see what the Clippers schedule is like. So I think basically, I don't know, we might not have to worry about a lot of these teams. They're going to be fighting with each other, and all their games are going to matter. So the Clippers got 2 games with the Mavericks, and I don't know what, I think they might split that because, like I said, the Mavericks got AD back, and he playing like a monster. So he going to give somebody some buckets. Zubac getting buckets one of them. He giving Zubac buckets one of them nights. So they got the Mavericks tomorrow, Mavericks Saturday. Then they got the Spurs. That should be an easy win. And then they got the Rockets, the Kings, and the Warriors. So the Clippers do not have an easy, soft schedule down the stretch. They got Mavericks, Spurs, Rockets, Kings, Clippers. All right. So they don't have a soft schedule. So they're going to need to play hard every game. So they're going to probably be like we were, trying to get into the play-in, using their last that a lot of energy to try to get in, right? And let's see what the Grizzlies look like. And the Grizzlies are down 1 at halftime to the Heat right now, but it's early in the game. It's the Heat. But, and, you know, they just fired their coach, so I don't know what's going on with that. So I think that might affect them down the stretch. So the Grizzlies got the Heat, the Pistons, the Hornets, Timberwolves, Nuggets, and the Mavericks. So I feel like that can go any way. I think they could have like a 50-50, you know, play 50-50 ball down the stretch, right? I think they might play 500 ball down the stretch from what their schedule looks like. And then after that, after the Grizzlies, you had the Mavericks who are way behind. The Mavericks are at 38 and 39, but they're in 9th place. They're in the 9th spot, so they still got a chance at the play-in. They would just have to win 2 games. The Mavericks still got a chance, and the Kings still got a chance. You know, so woo, Western Conference is about to be crazy, right? Oh, that's about to be crazy down the stretch. So everybody just pay attention. You know, yeah, it's going down. Everybody pay attention because all of these games going forward are going to mean something. All these games going forward for literally 3, not even 2, because the Rockets are up about 4 games. So I think they good going into the playoffs. But everybody from the Lakers, we have 3. From 3 to 10 is going to be a toss-up going into the actual playoffs. 3 to 10, these standings can change almost every day. All right, 3 to 10 almost every day. So stay tuned. Keep watching. I might do a post-game wrap-up show, but it might not be tonight. I might do it tomorrow. But I want to do, you know, like I said, going into the playoffs, I want to keep everybody abreast what's going on because there's going to be a lot of movement in the standings. And I just want y'all to be informed and know what's going on with our team, with the Lake Show. And I just want to hear from y'all what y'all feel about what the team is doing. Lakers need to maintain 2 or 3 seeds so that we don't face OKC in the second round. You know what, John? I get it, but you know what? OKC is actually not one of the teams I'm afraid of. These boys are playing great. They're playing good ball. They're getting up and down. But 2 things I know in the playoffs. You don't get to get up and down as much. You know, it slows down to a half-court game, and that doesn't benefit OKC. And also, you got a lot of young boys on OKC too. So I'm not really that scared of OKC in the second round. I just want to make sure we get home court because we've been playing so good at home. If I'm not mistaken, we were like, let's see the home record. I don't want to say it wrong. Just look up the Lakers home record. Yeah, 29-9. I was gonna say like 27-8, but yeah, 20. So we 29-9 at home. We do really well at home. So if we can get the home court advantage, you know, through most of the playoffs, bro, I think we can take anybody in the 7-game series. In the 7-game series, LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves is dangerous. And I don't really think there is anybody that could beat us in a 7-game series. LeBron said something very interesting. If y'all got a chance to watch, he started his podcast back up with Steve Nash has taken JJ Redick's place. Steve Nash has taken JJ Redick's place. And in the podcast, he said what happens is the best 2 defenders are going to have to stick LeBron and Luka every night. And that means the 3rd best defender is going to have to stick Austin Reeves. And he said most teams don't have a great 3rd defender. And he said because most teams don't have a great 3rd defender, like one of them 3 going to get to go crazy every night, right? And that's why the court been so open for Austin Reeves, because, you're going to probably going to double Luka, because they try to double Luka and blitz him all the time. I don't know the last time I seen LeBron have this much one-on-one game, like where he got to play one-on-one so much, going in the post, playing one-on-one, in the hitting corner threes, like with nobody doubling him. So he's been playing a lot more free, because most we've seen is people, they have really been trying to blitz Luka and trying to get the ball out of his hand. But you blitz Luka like that, because they usually blitz Luka damn near right after the half court, as soon as he passes half court. So that means you got to like a 3-on-2 almost every time. You know what I mean? Like, and you just got to make sure they make the right passes. And they've been doing a great job at making that right pass to get to the open man. If Gabe Vincent keeps hitting his open shots like he has been, he no longer Captain Cardio, I think we'll be all right. But I hope we can get that 3 seed, John. And if we keep playing ball the way we've been playing, I think we can get it. We know we had that hiccup when LeBron and Rui came back from injury and, was losing them games. But I think one of those guys, their timing was so off. LeBron was missing chippies at the rim, and LeBron was just doing some crazy, terrible, even more than usual turnovers. Like, turnovers were some of the worst turnovers I've ever seen him do. But, he's starting to get, he got back to where he needs to be, and we haven't been having those crazy turnovers. Turnovers haven't been that bad. So, yeah, I think we're in good shape, John. Like I said, I just want to have like one of the top 4 seeds, so we can have a home court advantage. Like, we need that top 4 seed, but I wouldn't be mad. Like, I want the 3 seed. I don't think we're gonna get the 2. The Rockets are 4 games up on us with like 6 games left to go in the season. So I don't think, unless the Rockets just have a disastrous, last 4 or 5 games, then yeah. But it doesn't look that way. Like, the Rockets been playing some really good balls. OKC's been playing good ball, but also the Lakers have been playing really good ball. What I'm hoping, though, one thing I don't like is the Lakers have been letting people back in the games, late in the games, where we be getting a little sloppy in the 4th quarter. So I hope we get better with that and clean that up, because even though we've been winning a lot of these games, a lot of the times we are letting them in games that, like, games are getting close that shouldn't be close. Like, we need to close these games out a little sooner. But our bench has been doing the damn thing. They got a good job. If we beat the Rockets next time we face them, we'll have a tiebreaker on them. Oh, okay. Well, I hope we beat them, man, because like I said, Rockets, that's a tough team. Them boys is tough. Yeah, we do. We already had a tiebreaker on Denver. Yeah. You know what, man? So the last, 3 years, like, Denver has been looking invincible. They don't look invincible this year to me. What you think, John? They don't look invincible no more. I think they let too many of those dogs that they had. Too many of those dogs, they let them go. Like KCP. What up, Ronnie? They let KCP go. They let Bruce Brown go. And those that defensive dog that they had on the team that just made them damn near unstoppable is gone, because Jamal Murray ain't defending no damn body. So they still have a super potent offense, but I don't think they have that defensive dog, the defensive anchor that makes them scary as they were the last 3 years. So they feel very, very beatable. And I think, shout out to JJ Redick. He had figured out some good X's and O's to get that ball out of Jokic's hand. And once Joker didn't have the ball in his hand the way he wanted to, that team looks like a totally different team. DeAndre, what up, Dre? I ain't seen you in a minute, my guy. Letting KCP go. Yeah, man, because honestly, I feel like KCP was one of like the guys that was like the heart of the team. He's like the glue guy. I think he was one of the guys that showed them how to be champions. He was one of the guys who showed them how, showed them the ropes and the playoffs. But then the crazy thing is, Dre, you let KCP go and then you let Bruce Brown go. And I don't think they was able to replace it. I forgot who they tried to get this year to kind of like replace that role, but it's just not working. Like I said, they don't look like the invincible Denver Nuggets like the last 3 years. Bowen, yeah. Like they don't look like they did the last few years. So yeah, that's what I was talking about, John. Yeah, Bruce Brown. Like you let KCP go, and then the next year you let Bruce Brown go. And I don't think they bought nobody in to replace Bruce Brown. Let me look at the Nuggets roster. The Nuggets roster. Let's see who they got. Westbrook and yeah, they don't have nobody. They bought in Westbrook. Yeah, bro, they would dirty work and hit threes. Yeah. Like you could put KCP or Bruce Brown on the toughest guy, and they was going to hit those open shots, and you knew they was going to get them because you got Joker and Jamal Murray out there. So you're gonna have to sacrifice either some perimeter play or you're gonna have to sacrifice some post play with the guys that they have. Like you're gonna double one or the other, or you're gonna pay. Like them guys gonna make you pay. But KCP hit some huge threes, especially against us in that Western Conference Finals that we lost, and the year after when we got swept, but was up every game. I blame that on Ham, but we'll leave that alone. We'll leave that in the past. But yeah, I blame that on our coach losing them 4 games. You can't be up by 20 in 4 games and lose all 4 games. That's not talent. That means the team could beat them. That's like not adjusting at the end of the game. That's coaching. But we don't have that problem now. JJ Redick has been really good with the X's and O's. I feel like he's been really good with defensive assignments, helping. We know Luka ain't a defensive player, but he's been putting Luka in good defensive positions to where he just doesn't look terrible. Or the way they run the defense, basically defense by committee, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I thought Luka was going to look horrible on defense out here. And, there's a couple of games where he was given that free lane, free layup lines, but it's not been much. And the games that he was giving them free layup lines, those were the games where we were missing guys, though. Or missing guys like Rui, we missed him on the defensive end. We were missing guys like Jackson Hayes, Vando, But when you have those guys in, Dorian Finney-Smith, because he missed a couple of games, when you have those guys in with Luka, the perimeter, you got those long, lengthy arms on the perimeter. Those are things that have been helping us a lot, especially when you got Vando and Dorian Finney-Smith out there. 100%, Terrell. He said Luka's more of a team defender. 100%, he's more of a team defender, and also we know the expectation. We know the expectation on Luka in regards to defense. Nobody expects him to be Scottie Pippen. And I will commend LeBron James, because knowing that he probably feels like, well, if Luka's the weak link, we can't have 2 weak links. So he's been playing a lot better defense. He still has his times where he loses his man or he messes up an assignment and try to blame other people. I call it doing the Paul George. So Paul George said he's doing it on purpose. Like if he messed up his assignment, he tried to make it like it was somebody else. LeBron was doing that a lot, but he's been a lot better this season. Our team defense, because I wouldn't say outside of Dorius Finney-Smith and Vanderbilt that we got like a bunch of like super lockdown defenders, but we have a really good team defense. Like Jackson Hayes is not Anthony Davis by any means on defending, but he's been just what we need to plug up that middle. So I look forward to seeing his growth too, because he's only 25, and it's crazy because we got some young boys. Like he's like 25, Vando's like 26. Dorian Finney-Smith's like 25. So we got some young boys that can be with us for a cool minute. I hope they don't make the mistake they did when we won in the bubble and blow the team up. I hope they let this team grow, get that chemistry, and they could be dangerous for a very long time because these guys are already, they're already getting acclimated with how to play with Luka, and that's what we want. That's what we need. We need some team chemistry, a team that'll stay together for a while. That's one thing that I never understood and will probably never forgive Rob Pelinka and Jenny Buss for, is blowing up that team and not letting them get a chance to defend their crown, because it didn't make any sense whatsoever. So, all right, the game is coming on at 7 o'clock. So you guys got an hour to get prepped. And again, like I said, if y'all know some bars, or some LA bars where people can watch the games, hit me up, let me know, because I like to go watch the games at different spots, different places, different environment, meet different people. It's fun when you go do that with a bunch of Laker fans. So if y'all know bars where people watch the Laker games and you have a good time, hit me up and let me know. I got a couple of spots that I go to. I got this one spot I might go to tonight up in El Segundo. So yeah, man. Thank everybody for joining. This has been Worldwide Laker Talk. We will talk either post game, or we're gonna talk tomorrow about what we saw tonight and what we think, man. All right, shout out to all my Laker fans. Let's go. Oh, all right. So DeAndre, all right. So these are before I go. These are the spots I go to. There's a bar inside the Hollywood Casino. Really dope bar, really good food. Like, surprisingly, the Hollywood Park Casino, like when you first walk in, there's a restaurant to your right when you first walk in. I go there to watch the game sometimes. There's a spot in El Segundo. I don't know the exact name of it. It's like called the Station House or something like that. So tonight I might go to the Station House if y'all want to, link up, have a drink, chill out, and if that's not the exact name, hit me on my inbox and I'll send you the exact name. I just don't know it like right off the top of my head. And there's another spot called Rockin' Brews. I go to Rockin' Brews to watch the game sometime. They have a bunch of TVs around. The Yard House in Marina Del Rey is a good spot that I like to go to watch the game. So those are just a few of my spots that I go, try to watch the games, where you can sit at the bar, big TVs, good food, and a nice environment. That's my usual requirement. You got to have good food, a chill environment, and a lot of TVs around. So those are spots I go to. So yeah, if you ever want to roll, hit me up. Y'all want to go watch a game together, catch a game, hit me up and we'll meet up. Or if there's a bar that we could turn into a Laker bar, hell, let me know. We can all just start going together. We can all hit a couple of bars, make it the Laker bar for us. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. Thanks for everybody watching. Worldwide Laker Talk Live. We will see y'all next time. Let everybody know that y'all know this Laker fan. Let them know when I'm on. Let them know to watch this show. All right? Later.
It's about what doing it big or going home. I'm focused on my plan, in my mind in the zone. I wanna be one of the greatest that ever made it, one of the best that did it. Coming with it. Understand this is all I think about, all I ever wanna do, all I ever worked for. So ain't no giving up in us.